Hello, my name is Ellie, and I think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Moving towards our well-being in a conscious relationship is about moving together in well-being, but also separately moving towards our own well-being individually. Everything that we do, whether we move towards or away from our well-being, will greatly affect our partnership, our relationship. So part of being in a conscious relationship is not only working together, but working individually on ourselves towards our own well-being. When I say our well-being, I'm really talking about being the highest version of ourselves, the highest version of ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So constantly moving towards our own well-being and away from what is going to not be moving towards our well-being. So the first thing that we have to do is to intend, to set the strong intention to move towards our well-being. This has to be a priority for ourselves. In order to be successful with something that we intend to do, our actions must match our intentions. So developing practices throughout the week that are moving you towards your well-being are going to be really important. There's lots of things that I do, but getting to know yourself individually and asking yourself, what are practices, what are things that I can do? What are ways that I need to move towards my well-being? We all know there are foundations for well-being, like getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, eating healthy, getting exercise, and tending to our own emotional health. So for me, I do so many practices like intermediate fasting, getting up at 4 a.m. to exercise, ice baths, all kinds of practices that I do and that I know are going to move me towards the direction of my well-being. The other thing that I want to talk about moving in the direction of our well-being in conscious partnership is your ability and your willingness to look at the parts of yourself that you do not see, your shadow parts, the parts of yourself that you do not see and that are painful to see. That's why they're shadow parts of ourselves. We have deemed these parts of ourselves to be a part of ourselves that is unlovable, either by ourselves or by others, or is unsafe. It's not safe to feel or be that version of ourselves. So in a partnership where you are in a conscious partnership, that person is going to be a mirror for you. And they're constantly going to be showing yourself parts of yourself that you are not aware of and that are most likely painful for you to look at. But your willingness to look at these parts of yourself and to integrate these parts of yourself is going to be key in your individual well-being and the well-being of the relationship itself, because the conscious relationship is going to demand growth. It's going to demand your ability to constantly tap into awareness and to love. And how we integrate these shadow parts when we see these parts of ourselves is to accept those parts of ourselves and to love those parts of ourselves, to have compassion for those parts of ourselves. When we do that, when we love the shadow aspect of ourselves, that the parts of ourselves that are really hard to love, we are showing other shadow parts of ourselves, other sides of ourselves, that it's okay, it's safe to come forward. And I also set that intention. I want to see all of me. I want to see the parts of me that I don't see, even though they're really painful. I just made a video where I was talking about healing the wounded feminine, and a shadow aspect of myself was revealed to me through my conscious partnership. And it was a part of me that in front of the man, a masculine man who is frustrated, there was a part of me that just crumbled and withered in complete fear. And it was really hard for me to look at this part of myself. I like to look at myself as strong and brave. I certainly don't want to look at myself as weak or someone that can crumble and wither in front of the masculine man who is frustrated. So it was really shocking to see that part of myself. But what I had to do is, after I got over that initial shock, I had to first accept this is a part of me. All kinds of memories were coming in when I had this awareness and when I was able to see the shadow side of myself. All the ways in which in my previous relationships I chose to allow people to treat me in really harmful ways, really hurtful ways. And it was hard to look at me being a person who was allowing that, who was saying to myself, yes, this is what I'm worthy of. and not moving away from things that were hurting me. It was really hard to look at that part of myself, but I did. I accepted that part of myself. I started to develop compassion for that part of myself, that version of myself, and why I did those things, and really love that part of myself, not push that part of myself away and demand that go away and be different and I be strong. No, just compassion and love, and enter from that space. So I am really excited to continue this work with shadow work, and really anytime a shadow part of myself comes up, just integrating them by accepting them, loving that part of myself, and not demanding that part of myself go away. So now I'm showing other shadow aspects of myself. It's okay to come forward, and I'm calling that out into the universe as well. Show me all the parts of myself. I'm ready to see all parts of myself, integrate all parts of myself, and continuously move in the direction of my well-being individually, and also my well-being in my partnership. So I'm really excited. I love well-being, and I am constantly choosing to move in that direction. And the last thing I want to say is that when we slip up, like last night, I made some decisions. I made a lot of good decisions yesterday towards my well-being, and I also made some poor decisions. So I'm not beating myself up. Again, we have to enter this space of love and compassion for ourselves. So instead of really wallowing in some choices that I made, I'm just going to say, okay, I did that, and I love myself. I'm moving forward. What can I do today to move towards my well-being? Because when we get stuck in that self-loathing, self-deprecating, self-dialogue where we're angry at ourselves for slipping up, maybe we ate some hot pretzels last night way too late like I did, and some other things, instead of just getting on this loop of self-deprecation, which only increases our need to do those things, to eat for comfort or do things for comfort or to numb or to block out things. So we want to just continuously move towards love and acceptance when we can, instead of getting stuck. Okay, well, we did that. That's fine. What can I do today to move towards my well-being? So I'm so excited to be on this journey of well-being, being in a conscious relationship, expanding my consciousness. I'm so excited to be here with you. I wish you so much luck on your journey. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will love to connect with you soon. And I will connect with you soon. Thank you.